Now, if you've clicked this video, this means that you are looking to buy the new Virtus. But just like a lot of people, you are confused if you should get the GT or if you get the 1 liter. What should you spend your money on?
Well, to answer that question, we've got both cars with us today. The 1.5-litre Virtus GT and the Virtus 1-litre TSI to answer that question. But before we proceed any further, remember to like this video, share it with your friends, and to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to stay up to date on all the latest car and bike content.
Let us begin. Now, if you ask me, compared to the sea of SUVs that you get, the Virtus was one of the best looking sedans that you can buy in the market today. Now, the GT takes it a step further for the Virtus by offering specific details such as the contrast black roof, the black ORVMs, the 16-inch black alloy wheels, and you also have GT badges all around the vehicle, such as on the rear, on the side, and on the front grille. What do you think?
Well, the 1-litre TSI is a bit more subdued compared to the GT. You don't get the dual tone finishes, black elements are also not there, and you get more premium looking machined alloy wheels. Personally, I would prefer the subdued looks of the 1-litre TSI over the GT.
But black alloys for the win always, my dear friend. Why don't you let us know in the comments below? You prefer black alloys or not? Even if you pay extra to get the GT trim, you are getting the same features as a top-line variant. These features include the 10-inch touchscreen infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, ventilated front seats, a large single-pane sunroof, a wireless charger, and an 8-inch digital driver's display. Oh, and speaking about the driver's display, on the top-line Virtus, the driver's display has a blue accent to it, while on the GT, it has a red accent. Even the ambient lighting on the GT is red, while on the top line, it is offered with white ambient lighting. With regards to overall space, they are both the same and feel quite spacious, with a large boot space on offer as well for a sedan. It feels very spacious and 4 people can sit in the Virtus comfortably.
So let's start with the performance. And we start off with this, the Virtus GT with the 1.5-litre TSI engine. The unit is available in both with a 6-speed manual and a 7-speed DSG gearbox, and what we have here with us today is a 7-speed DSG unit. In terms of performance, the unit develops 148 bhp and 250 Nm of torque, and that is quite a bit of power for this car. The 7-speed DSG by itself is a very smooth gearbox, and should you put your foot down, it rolls through the gears in almost a seamless fashion. Yes, the unit does tend to hesitate a bit at part in throttle inputs and at low speeds, but it is something you can easily live with, and there are paddle shifters too to roll you through the gears. Put your foot down and the car shoots forward without any hesitation. Though when you put your foot down, don't expect fuel economy to go any better. If there is a small gripe with this powertrain, it is that the 1.5-litre TSI engine isn't as rev happy as the 1-litre TSI from the standard Virtus.
So yeah, Javeer must have gone on and on about the GT and the performance, or for that matter that yes, it does feel really fast to drive, but this 1 liter isn't too bad if you ask me. Now yes, I get it that it is powered by a 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine that produces 114 bhp and produces only 178 Nm of torque, and it is mated to the 6-speed torque converter, or you can also have a 6-speed manual gearbox. But you know, when you really want to drive, this engine is on a different level altogether. This engine is extremely rev happy, is able to keep its power through most of the rev band, but yes, starts to huff and puff when you really start to go high up in the rev band. But nonetheless, when you're in the city or when you're cruising, you don't really feel the need of having that excess power. More importantly, the steering feels extremely nimble, and yes, this car can handle very well. It holds the road fantastically, and because of the lightweight of this car, you're actually able to enjoy it through the corners a lot better, and it also brakes slightly better. But if you ask me, the only downside that I feel with this engine is, like I mentioned, that when you're out on the highways and when you want to make those overtakes, right? Let's say you're at 100, a little above the speed limit, and you want to make a quick overtake, that is where you start to feel the car struggle just slightly. But as an overall package, I can't really find any flaws. During our fuel run within Mumbai, which included a bit of city traffic along with a bit of highway driving, to our surprise, while VW claims that the GT offers a higher on-paper mileage among the two with 18.67 kmpl, during our tests, we were getting an average of only about 14.14 kmpl, whereas the 1 litre claims an average of 18.2 kmpl, returned 17.44 kmpl in our tests. Bear in mind that these tests were done by us, and depending on your driving style, the numbers could be different.
Well, now we come to the final and most important point, the pricing. Would you rather spend 15.58 lakhs to pick up the Virtus 1 litre TSI Topline, or would you spend almost rupees 2 lakhs more to buy a Virtus GT? Well, Yash, what is your take on this?
While the GT that we are driving costs nearly 18.83 lakh rupees, it actually justifies it with regards to its performance. But when you look at it as an overall package, the 1 litre does everything, offers all the features, the driving fun, and more importantly, it's a more economical package if you ask me. And for that matter, I would prefer that.
Well, I would agree with you. The 1 litre TSI does make more sense. While yes, the GT does stand out with the dual tone roof and the added elements, I do not see spending 2 lakhs additional for an engine and gearbox. So the 1 litre TSI offers adequate performance for everyday driving.
And that is where I feel that the petrol head in me, right? I'm guessing the petrol head in both of us will much rather have the GT. But the most sensible and the more mature side of us would both prefer the 1 litre. And why don't you guys let us know in the comments down below what would you choose? And if this video has helped you out, why don't you like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Carandbike. And while you're subscribing, also press the bell notification to stay updated with all the latest news from the world of car and bike. This is Yash, and that's Javeer saying thank you. Goodbye.